Hi guys, it's Jacob from Stringbuzz here, stringbuzzworld.org being the music journalism site, links are in the description down below. And we have a brand new discursive type topic for you today, and that's Songs That Plagued My Childhood Part 2. I'm going to refer to the original article as I usually do for these videos, so I hope you enjoy. Well, since I had so much fun making the first part and writing about it here on Stringbuzz, as well as uploading the video to YouTube, I thought I'd delve into the dark depths of personal music history to pluck out tracks which I knew were going to stick by me forever, despite never wanting them there in the first place. And it's not a choice I would like to have. So here you have it. It's the second part of Songs That Plagued My Childhood, as you probably already guessed. So enjoy, I guess. Starting with my first choice here, we have American Idiot by Green Day. Now, I don't hate Green Day. In fact, I very much like them as people as well as musical artists and musicians, etc, etc. Not just that, I actually think American Idiot is a very clever and witty track that really elevated the group to the mainstream, but in a good way. It basically brought punk back into the households of the West once again, and I have to thank them for that. But my God, if you want to talk about oversaturation, then this track has to spring to mind. My personal experience and research, it's still played on Kerrang and Scuzz every single day, 5 times per day, 7 days a week. And I'm actually lowballing you here with that estimate. It seemed to become the group's unintentional centerpiece, and unfortunately a whole generation of new fans disregarded their old sound in favour of this new, more commercialised take. The track is cleaner, more overproduced, and a little less stylistic in comparison to their prior work. Like I said, the track's okay, but it's a forgettable one once you rank it alongside the likes of Longview, Basket Case and St. Jimmy. It's just not very punk. Sure, it has that message that is pretty anti-system, but the way it's performed and the way it was promoted would never bring punk to mind. Even the way it's produced would never bring punk to mind, but rather just radio rock or radio pop rock. What killed the track for me, though, was its blatant exploitation on hard rock radios that couldn't be bothered to keep up to date with the punk scene, and decided to use it as a more television-friendly track just to gloss the entire genre over. Moving on to my second pick, we have Dr. Jones by Aqua. Now, not many people still remember this short-lived B single which came out alongside their infamous/famous track Barbie Girl, but those who do probably have a little sister to thank for that. This track was every 5-year-old little girl's party anthem, and my gosh was it excruciating as an older brother. Whether it's the repetitive Eurobeat, the awkward and weird backing vocals by the smoky and crackly and old-sounding Renee Diff, or just the bubblegum nonsense melody that is whined over said beat, everything about it is just so disgusting sounding. It's overproduced, it's watery, and it's sloppy, and it's just so gross, and such a gross song. The worst part about it, though, is that it's so freaking catchy. It will get stuck in your head for fortnights if you let it, and all you need is one listen or one ear tuned in to that one chorus, and then you're completely set off. Moving on to perhaps the least controversial list option which I'll ever take in my entire life, and that's Cha Cha Slide by Mr. C, the Slide Man. Is it any wonder why we don't hear from this artist anymore? This is both a career-defining track as well as a career-suicidal move. I've always hated dance trend tracks, and anyone who tries to say, oh, it's just the newer ones that suck, I mean, they're so stupid and they sound so bad, is obviously living in the closet trying to forget about Mr. C's haunting demands of the past. Now, it's not so bad when you're around 8 years old and you're in the end-of-year primary school disco, back when Oscar the Entertainer was repping the mic, but when you hear it at weddings and work parties and proms and sixth form gatherings and bowling alleys and all sorts of deathly places, it just makes you wince, and wince real hard as well. You don't want to hop just once this time, you might want to do it twice or not at all. I'm fed up of living under this musical dictatorship, and if I don't want to crisscross, then I'm not going to crisscross. Moving on to my next option, and that's Beautiful Girls by Sean Kingston. It's funny because after all this time, this track has actually grown on me. It possesses a novelty and a catchiness to it, which I just cannot deny any longer. But growing up, it was like a stale air biscuit, intoxicating any room it was being played in, causing everyone around it to sniff in different directions and really cringe their face up. It's just so whiny and nasally and kids poppy and just plain nasty. I wonder what ever happened to Sean Kingston, actually. In fact, I'm gonna look it up, actually. I'll be 2 seconds. Well, it turns out he's making a 4th album, which has been a whole 4 years in the making. A lot has happened since then. Sean Kingston is probably a little bit older, 26 I think he is now, and has supported PETA in acting against people chaining dogs up as well. That's a noble cause. I mean, all them beautiful girls in the past are probably going through a not so beautiful menopause right now. Moving on to my penultimate pick now, we have Domino by Jessie J. Now, Jessie J is an unbelievable singer with the most incredible voice who I can't stand whatsoever. Sure, she's done a lot of charity work, and for that I find her admirable, and it's always great to see a musician do that, but her music is just so rubbish, and she uses her voice so poorly. She wails and wails her way through songs, and just can't keep to a melody at all. It's almost as if she's got a demon controlling her vibrato. But this track just takes a biscuit for being the ultimate Friends Forever montage track that was always played over the top of school slideshows and trip videos. As soon as you hear those first few strums, you know you're in for a cheesy mess of a time. Now, I actually think that this is one of Jessie J's best tracks, but my goodness, again, the oversaturation thing. I don't know what it was like in the US, but here in the UK, every acoustic duo and their mother was covering this track in assemblies and school concerts and field concerts and all that drab. It's just a bland track with no substance or grounding to it. Revisiting this one wasn't particularly fun like the rest, more of a chore to be honest, and I think it will stay that way until it grows the novelty which like Beautiful Girls has, and that took like 10 years, 7 to 10 years, something like that, so it's got some time on it yet. Moving on to my last pick now, we have Hall of Fame by The Script featuring will.i.am. Gosh, am I glad that The Script aren't nearly as popular as they once were. This track is a sloppy, corny piece of crap that tries to be inspirational, but somehow it feels like they're singing down at me. I hate it, and I hate everything about it. It again sounded outdated, and when it came out, people quoted the awful lyrics over and over again, to the extent that yet again schools cottoned on to people liking this song and started playing it out on every single assembly video, inspirational video and all that crap. I hated it so much. If it's 9 in the morning and I've been dragged out to do some learning, then don't blast this in my face, otherwise I'll be docile for the rest of the day. will.i.am sneaks in for a quick little tasty paycheck right at the end of the song, crooning out "You Could Be a Champion" around 100 to 300 times, just to really get you in the mood for watching Rocky V, the worst of all the Rockies. He also has that strange little syllabic verse at the end of the track where he raises the pitch on each and every word, and it sounds as if he's gagging, so screw you Danny, and screw you will.i.am. So there you have it really, my second part. That got quite emotional and aggressive towards the end, not like the last video which just had Enrique Iglesias. So yeah, if I'll do one more of these. I think I've got another one of these in me. I've got a lot to moan about, a lot to look back on and cringe and wince and all that sort of great stuff, so I'll probably do another one. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.